So welcome back to the Sander videos. Today's video, get rid of this clatteriness in the bass buttons. Basically due to the buttons themselves being too big for the holes they're in. The holes are not bushed. So what I'm going to do is bush them. First thing to do is to dismantle the back. Take the strap off just to make life easier. And then take the feet off. And the back panel lifts out. Now if this were a Honer, I would know what I was going to do next. But as this is a Castagnari, life's a little more difficult. On a Honer, the button operates a lever which comes down to a hinge here, all built the same way, but on a Honer you can pull this pin out. I can't see how to pull the pin out on the Castagnari, so I think what I've got to do is unscrew all the heads of the buttons, they're only screwed on, and then release all these panels, and I should then be able to withdraw it all, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to unscrew all these buttons. Don't know how that one's going. Anyway, I won't bore you with the tediousness of that, and I'll get back to you in a minute. I have removed all the buttons, and it turns out life's a little easier than I thought, because now little bit of persuasion, I can move all the pistons, for want of a better term. Like I say, with a little bit of persuasion. Thus freeing up the holes to be reamed out. I'm going to spend a little bit of time cleaning the woodwork here before I do the reaming, then I'll get back to you. And I've cleaned it up a little. Now need to do the hard sums. We've currently got 8mm holes. The plastic bits are, say, 7.5mm. This is the proper bushing felt, which I get from a concertina supply. And it is 1mm. I'm going to put a wrap of that round inside the hole, so the hole now needs to contain the 7.5mm plunger plus two thicknesses of the 1mm, so 7, 8, 9, say 10mm. So I need to open up these holes to 10mm. I have a rather elderly reamer, and what I shall do, vernier gauge to 10mm and mark where that comes on. I'll mark it with an indelible Sharpie. I haven't quite got enough hands for you to be able to see what I'm doing and do it. So hopefully you can see the black marks I put on. That's 10mm, but of course this is a tapered reamer, so I'll need to go a bit deeper than that so that I got the clearance slightly further down the hole. Otherwise the 10mm will only be right at the very top. So it's just a matter of reaming the holes out. Where are we? Check it with my vernier gauge or calipers, wherever they are. Nine and a bit. Nearly there, 9.7. 10 and a little bit. And a little bit further. So that's just slightly over 10 mil, about halfway down the hole in the casework, which is about what I want. I'll now go on and do the rest whilst the camera has a rest. So I've reamed out all the holes. They'll look tidier once they've got the felts in. Afraid that my reamer's getting a bit past it, I think. I now need to cut the felts. So now we get to the bit where your old maths teacher at school has proved right, and you do need to be able to remember how to do some simple geometry. I've got a 10mm hole. I want to line it with felt. How long a piece of felt do I need? Pi times the diameter. Diameter is 10 times pi 3.14, about 32mm. It's important with this felt that you cut it, as they say, on the bias, so diagonally. Fortunately, it's about 75mm across, so I'll get 2 lengths out of each cut. Nice new scalpel blade because it's quite hard to cut. Ow. So there are my 4 lengths. If I cut them off square at the end and go for, say, 35mm as a starter for 10. And we'll trial fit one of them. I use my reed scraper. Trim a little bit off. Trial again. Sorry, this is going to be all a bit hands and nothing to see, but it is a faff. It's actually easier once you've got some glue to hold things in place, but we haven't got that far yet. There's the first one, trial fitted. What do we say the pistons were? 7.5mm. Thereabouts. An 8mm drill. That fits nicely. So we should be good to cut them all to about the right length and then start gluing them in place. So let's trim some more up. Right. All we need now is a bit of wood glue, quick set PVA. We'll squirt out on the bench. Some glue. Got that one a bit short. And again with my test drill bit just to make sure. Good way to compact the and then just more of the same. Voila! Nearly. So we have 4, 8 nicely forgotten what the word is. Bushed holes. We now need to wait for the glue to dry before pushing the plungers back through, otherwise the bushing will just pop back out. So give me a quarter of an hour. Alright, time has passed and it's time to push the rods back through the holes. I'm going to get them in the right holes. Put them in there. So there we go. All successfully put back in. Screw the buttons back on and we'll have a listen and see whether we've made any difference. So everything's back together. No clattery. And it plays fine. I've taken the sticky tape off the fat bass reed and the third, so it's now got everything working as it should. The next instalment will be the hard bit. I want to put 2 stops in, one to take the bass reed out and one to take the thirds out. I've got an A level in technical drawing, fortunately, so I'm going to go away and do some drawings. I've got an A level in technical drawing from 1969, 68. So it might take a bit of remembering. I need to draw up some plans of how to put sliders in and then work out how I'm going to make them. So it may be a while. Thanks for watching.